Mr. Speaker, my question this morning is to the Premier. Premier, following up on my questions from yesterday about possible illegal Liberal donations, the Toronto Sun has reportedly been speaking with Mr. Barry about what you said was a, quote, clerical error since October. During this time, no adjustments have been made in the official records at Elections Ontario, and none of the 7 Liberal entities, including your Chief of Staff or your Minister for Community Safety and Corrections, have returned any of the nearly $11,000 in potentially illegal donations. Premier, a true clerical error does not occur multiple times over multiple years and does not occur in donations totaling nearly $11,000. Premier, was it because James Barry was illegally funneling money to your Liberal Party that you decided to reward him with an appointment to the Board of Governors for the College of Trades, or was there another reason? Thank you.
Stop the clock, please. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Premier.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I don't think the answer changes from yesterday, Mr. Speaker. The rules surrounding political donations are obviously a very important part of the democratic process. We need to make sure that those rules are in place. My understanding is that Elections Ontario has been asked to look at some questions about some particular donations. My understanding is that process is ongoing, and of course we'll work with Elections Ontario if they have any questions. That is what I said yesterday, Mr. Speaker, and it stands today. We will work with Elections Ontario as they undergo this investigation.
Thank you. Supplementary.
You can spin this all you like, but the facts remain. 7 Liberal entities, including your Chief of Staff and your Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services, have accepted nearly $11,000 in potentially illegal donations violating the Elections Finances Act. Premier, this is not a clerical error. James Barry is a key public figure and heads the IBEW, a key donor to both the Liberal Party and the largest single donor to the Working Families Coalition. This organization has top-notch legal advice and has a sound understanding of Ontario election law because, as you know, they use its loopholes to fund the Ontario Liberal Party. Premier, is it because James Barry's IBEW is funding the Working Families Coalition that you have refused to take the necessary steps to remove him from the Board of Governors at the Ontario College of Trades, or are you protecting him for yet another reason?
Please. Thank you.
Universities.
Sir, Training College University.
Mr. Speaker, all we have here is a complaint was made to Elections Ontario. Elections Ontario is looking into the complaint. The person in the organization that Elections Ontario is looking into has said that there was a clerical error. The member refers to that as something else because he obviously has more information that he's telling us, because Elections Ontario is looking into this matter right now. I think we have to also correct the fact, because he should know better than this, James Barry is not a political appointment, Mr. Speaker. Those appointments are made by the Appointments Council of the Ontario College of Trades. They appoint him to the position on the Board of Governors there. It's not a government appointment whatsoever. So, Mr. Speaker, I suggest when the member gets up to slur other people's reputation that he...
Thank you. Stop the clock. The member from Simcoe North will come to order.